Now tuning in to Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
Synergy?
Wow. We're just like so in it. In it to win it.
Yeah.
I love it.
You know, after a bit of a goof 'em up week.
Listen.
on strictly my part.
We had to make him horny for it, okay?
We really gotta make you wait for it, you know? You weren't ready for all the good jokes that were in that episode, so I decided to just burn them.
Listen, if we're being honest, we didn't record. We had to take some me time.
Sure.
Some you time.
A&R, R&R. So.
But now we're here. We're back from the Met Gala, and we're ready to talk shop.
Yeah, we are rejuvenated by the glorious looks.
Yes.
And mostly not glorious looks of the Met Gala.
Yeah.
And we're ready.
Yes. To do the show that Joan Rivers used to do, which was called Hi, I'm Racist, Let's Talk About Dresses.
Yes.
What the fuck was that show called? Do you remember? The one on E that she did with her daughter?
I have no idea.
Come on, Cody, come on. Just for once, will you play with me?
No, I can't.
Fashion Felice. Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just thinking about what not to wear, and then I couldn't get out of that thought puzzle.
That's fair. First of all, before we get into this, what did you wear to the Met Gala?
I wore just a full printed out DVD cover of Showgirls.
Oh my god.
On my torso and body. That was it.
I love that.
Thank you. What did you wear?
I saw someone's Metsona, which first of all, one of my favorite things from the internet.
Metsona!
It's one of my favorite things every year that people do. They're like, oh, you didn't do this. I obviously need to just bring this to the space.
Yeah.
And it was this elegant take on a s'mores where they did
That's
this
hilarious.
Chocolate head kind of piece, a marshmallow body kind of dress piece, and then these almost fire stick boots that were red and gorgeous, and I'm describing it very poorly, but it was very artistic and beautiful. And I would definitely show up to the Met as chocolate and marshmallows.
Yeah, you would definitely take the theme as camping and be like,
oh yeah,
what is everyone wearing?
Yeah, I don't understand.
I'm prepared. I'm here.
Yeah, I would definitely show up in neoprene and just an actual tent. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yes.
Show up as PETA dressed as a rock.
Oh my god. Because that's what, the hip viewers of the Met Gala and attendees of the Met Gala are looking for in 2019. References to the Hunger Games.
Show up as the fucking pink carpet. Just, on the floor.
Just step on me.
Though I did say that many times last night. I will say that.
Especially when looking at Kristen Stewart.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's dive into it, fellas, because she looked hot. She wasn't on theme, but she was hot, so it's fine.
Yeah, she looked great. Just
her hair, her eyebrows, more importantly.
Oh,
good God. She had an orange sunset situation happening, and it was beautiful. And then she had a sparkly black shirt and pants situation and a white pants situation. It was just, oh,
Man,
my God.
there were so many people, folks.
Yeah. There was a lot of boys and girls and ghouls at the Met Gala.
There was. First of all, how did you feel about the theme in comparison to the past couple of years?
Like, as a theme or how people, like, accomplished it? Or both?
Both.
Okay. I think the theme of camp is very good.
Yes.
I think it is very hard to execute
Yes.
because it is like fundamentally based in like hundreds of years of theory and like queer identity and like all this shit. So it's like, I don't know, it's hard even talking about camp today. It's like there's so many layers. Like Susan Sontag's not the first or last word on camp, and there's like a whole giant like there's a whole like camp studies exist, you know, like there's a whole giant plethora of stuff within it, right? But it is very fun, intentionally, that's the point.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people did have fun with it. I do think a lot of people did not have fun with it and just was like, I'll wear whatever, a tracksuit. I'm looking at you, Frank Ocean.
Oh
Or
my
like,
God.
people I trust, and I was let down. But like, for the most part, I feel like the queers were out and they were having a great time, and everyone else was just kind of looking fine, and that's okay.
Yes.
What
I loved it. I was very happy. Especially, I don't know. Last year's was okay. Last year's, if I remember right, was the like Catholicism.
Yeah,
Right.
there were some good looks there.
There were some good looks.
Whew.
But it was also kind of like we get this every year. Like
Right. No, it's pretty. It's just like, oh, it's crystals and also pretty dresses, you know?
yeah. And also like our experience in this world is
Right.
Catholicism.
Yes.
So
Remember the like zip tie crown though? That shit
yes.
was
It's-
legendary.
Yes. It was interesting to not have Rihanna there.
Yes.
So, but there were some definite notes. I loved that Lady Gaga had 4 costume changes.
It was so good.
I felt seen, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That was definitely like my whole childhood was like, hi, you're not paying attention to me. Let me do a costume change. Make sure that you see me. I obviously like Zendaya, like, sorry.
Is that allowed?
Yeah, thank you for bringing your ugly stepsisters to the space. Yeah, there were, like, Janelle's was super cool.
Yeah. Ezra Miller's
Oh my God.
was amazing.
Ezra's terrified me in the
Yeah.
best of ways.
Yeah.
I was kind of taken aback by Michael Urie's.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think I saw a shot of that just like from the side, and so I was like,
Mhm.
oh, that's interesting, and then I was like, oh damn, okay, I got it.
Someone made a tweet like with a photo of him, and it was like me when I sang both parts in Shallow.
Oh my God.
And it's the funniest shit.
Obviously, like, Mr. Porter didn't come to play.
Listen, and he never does.
No,
He's there
like,
to win, and he'll win every year he's invited,
That's
which
true.
hopefully is forever.
Hopefully, yeah. It was just like, it felt like when I only imagine when the group comes together to like draw the theme, they do it out of a hat. And they were like, it just said Billy Porter's name, and they were like, oh, okay, so it's camp this year.
Got it. Cool.
I loved Lizzo's
Yes.
outfit. What I loved even more was that she wore the like, what was it, like a cape, a jacket, something,
Yeah.
to the airport the next day. That was
Ugh.
amazing. There were some that were also like, you just wore a black suit and tie. Why? Why'd you do that? I'm trying to think of who did I see yesterday that was like super disappointing. I've like blinked them from my mind because I was so upset by it. But Oh well. There was one that I was pretty happy by. Darren Criss. I liked his...
Yeah. His eye makeup was very good.
It was
Wow.
very good. Yeah. So, this is, other than the case you watch, not really part of the show.
Yeah.
But it was just made me happy. So
It's fun. We're having fun.
yes.
Also, are we still, like, collectively as a society pretending that Darren Criss is straight? Because I'm over it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like, he can... Whatever. If that's his brand, that's fine. But I'm just tired of it.
I agree. Oh, that's who I want to talk about with the black suits. Fucking Rami Malek and the fucking dude who's playing Rocket Man.
Yep.
What is with that?
Excuse me. Hi.
I saw so many people on Twitter being like, did you learn nothing from them, actually?
I'm just so mad.
I am too.
Why are most men even invited to this? Because
Honestly.
they clearly don't want to be there and they're not having fun. And they're not gonna do shit like they're supposed to. So just kick them out.
And the whole point of the Met Gala is supposed to be to have fun. Like, this is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
It's supposed
Come
to
on.
be, like, dramatic and fun.
If you know you're not gonna have fun and you don't like dressing up and being silly and looking good, then go the fuck home.
Then talk shit on Twitter like everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the Olympics. If you're not going to have fun, then stay home.
Yeah, that's what everyone says about the Olympics. That's what Michael Phelps says to himself in the mirror every year, every 4 years. It's like, listen, I'm here to have fun, alright?
You're supposed to be in pain in your heels.
Yeah.
And smile through it and smile through the pain. And if it's not worth it, then stay in your sweatpants and talk shit on Twitter like everybody else.
Yeah, like a normal person.
Exactly.
Gosh.
Speaking of normal people, let's talk about Jamie Dornan.
The most normal man. He actually, yeah, he's kind of just a regular dude, really. He's just in some big movies.
Yeah, he's just a normal person who his fucking agent was just like, hey, you want to do me a favor? And the favor happened to be 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, and here we are.
Yeah. So we find out that he almost turned down doing 50 Shades of Grey.
Ba-ba-ba.
Which doesn't surprise me at all,
No.
knowing Jamie Dornan personally.
You're good friends.
Friend of the podcast, Jamie Dornan.
Jamie Dornan.
Yeah, so this is an article from Digital Spy that says he, almost didn't do the movie. Because, quote, it's very odd, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I could imagine being an actor and reading that script.
Yeah.
And being like, you know what? I'm okay, actually. This is gross and bad, and I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
But also, that check is pretty fat.
Yeah, I can imagine looking back, he's like, that compromised a lot of my morals as a human being.
Yeah.
But, my girls will be able to go to college.
Right, yeah.
So...
And it's good to, start low, right? Because now we can only go up. There's not much lower he can get,
Well, he did do that Robin Hood movie.
So he did do the Robin Hood movie. But besides that, there's not much lower he can get.
That's true. That's true.
I believe in him. If he sticks with the dad look and the beard,
yeah,
then he will be a respectable actor.
Yeah.
And always just keep moving forward.
You know what my hope is for him?
What?
That he ends up in some of those, mid-career Julia Roberts movies.
Ooh.
At some point.
Yes.
Or, his version of like a Mamma Mia kind of movie. Like I
Yeah.
really want him. I want him to be
Just
like
letting loose.
Yeah, like I want him to be like the Pierce Brosnan kind of
Yeah.
character.
Oh yeah. He could just dance and sing and have a great time.
Fuck.
You know what? I just want Jamie Dornan in like a real rom-com.
Me too.
I think that would be super fun.
Me too.
And I don't want to feel guilty for watching it because it's filthy and garbage.
Yeah, I don't want to feel guilty for getting turned on by Jamie Dornan.
Right.
It's because he is an attractive dude
Yeah.
and he deserves to be loved on in a way that a director should be able to show that. And show that in a way that he's not like twinkified.
Yes.
Which like listen, that's somebody something.
Sure.
But also in a way that isn't like he's abusive. Is the main thing. Just like a stay-at-home dad who just like loves to love on somebody.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
It's what we deserve.
Yeah, and it's what he deserves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, is that too much to ask? Hollywood? Okay.
Mr. Hollywood.
God.
William Hollywood.
Bill?
Billy Hollywood.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I just
fuck.
really want. Alright, moving on to this next one here. Now that our fucking spoiler thing has been lifted, so Russo brothers won't come after my ass. I'm not scared of him anyway.
I'm not scared of you.
I'm not. They're just two white dudes.
Yeah. Allie's never been scared of two white dudes.
She
could take on every one of them.
I'm not. They all have daddy issues.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
easy to break.
Yeah, for real. I know how to get to their ego. Listen, I teach in middle school. You want me to
Your
be
weak
afraid?
points are all over you. Gaga, I gotcha.
Listen, they all have bad knees.
Every white guy has bad knees.
Listen, they're all
That's a
afraid.
universal truth.
They're all afraid to stretch. They think it's like girly or whatever. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not fucking gay, dude. I'm not gonna stretch my legs.
Tell me I'm wrong. I
Oh my
dare
God.
you.
No, it's funny because it's true.
That's what I'm saying.
It's funny because it's true.
I was in so many PE, and as I'm sure you were too, and I was like, and so many of the guys were like, no, dude, no, I'm not gay. I'm not gonna stretch.
Oh, I got this. My raw body, as it is right now, is ready.
All those fuckers can't bend down to tie their shoes now. That's why they wear Vans. Fucking Russo brothers. Alright,
Anyway.
Eat my ass. Okay, so the reason why I'm talking shit on the Russo brothers is, we're talking about the Endgame credits here. And
Yeah.
I'm just going to talk about the Endgame credits specifically. The reason why is that when I went to go see the Avengers Endgame 3,000 years ago at this point, it gave me a lot of feelings, as you would expect.
Sure.
But the credits specifically, and when we recorded this the first time, Cody, I did let you know that they have like 60 build main characters.
God. Jesus, that's so dense of a movie.
Which they put into their like main credits before the long Star Wars kind of credits roll.
Scrolly.
Exactly. And so what they do is, for the most part, each one gets their own like credits card.
Mhm.
Sometimes two or so share. Sorry. It's just I can't say her name without like it evokes something in me. Okay, so what they did is they're in this like sepia tone where they show the like where they first show up in the MCU, basically.
Sure.
And some of them have, when it gets to like 6 main ones, they like sign their name on the screen.
Cute.
Yeah. And so why I'm talking about this is that it gave me a lot of Breaking Dawn Part 2 vibes.
Mhm.
And I could not help, while I was like sobbing in the theater, I was like, first of all, they copied.
Yeah. Sorry.
They took this from Ms. Meyer, and the only difference is that instead of the Avengers theme here, it should be 1,000 Years Part 2, actually.
I hope someone makes that edit where they just take out the sound and just make it 1,000 years.
What I would fucking give. That would, I don't know, actually, if I would cry more or less, or if it would just be the exact same.
Sure, yeah.
But it was very, it made me very emotional.
Yeah.
And it was powerful. I will say that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Believe it.
Yeah. Speaking of powerful, we have some very important news from our past. Would you like to take over here?
Yes, of course. Listen, fellas, ladies,
Ghouls.
ladies, ghouls. Adam Driver voice ghouls.
Oh my god, speaking of Adam Driver, did you see the comparison to Harry Styles?
Oh my god.
It was so important.
Yeah.
First of all,
pretty good.
we have to talk about Harry Styles from the Met Gala.
Yeah.
Because, Jesus Christ, that was a look.
He was a little cutie.
And I felt personally attacked that people were making that comparison to Adam Driver from Star Wars. Because, whoa.
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 Anyway, we're here to talk about Robert, who was not invited to the Met Gala, or at least did not show up.
And that's rude. He would have done
I think he would have turned something out, maybe.
I think so, too.
Maybe I have too much hope for this boy. But he's back. He's telling it like it is to Hollywood. He's saying, fuck you, to pay inequity amongst genders in Hollywood. Which, like, I mean, it's about time that Robert Pattinson weighed in on this problem. That's the opinion I've been waiting for most closely.
Yes, I agree.
Because we've got all these movements. We got the Time's Up. We got the Me Too. We got the whole feminist movement talking about this shit. But, like, what does Robert think? You know?
Yeah,
What does he think?
He's telling Billie Hollywood to get bent, that's for sure.
Hey, Billiam? Billiam Hollywood? Fuck you. And yeah, he was actually saying, I mean, I'm not going to clown him too hard because he's saying some good stuff. But...
That's true.
He was basically saying that, like, hey, it's fucked up that women still don't get paid as much as men in Hollywood. I would gladly work for free if that, like, could ensure my female coworkers were getting paid the same. Which, like, hell yeah, clink clink, bitch.
Hell yeah.
Clink clink.
What's your counter to that? Billiam?
Yeah, what's up, Billiam?
Hell
now
yeah.
I'm just thinking about that show Billions, which I know nothing about, but I do know it exists.
What?
And it's like business, maybe?
I know nothing about business.
That's fine.
Oh my god.
Someone's having a fucking laugh.
Yeah, my next door neighbors are having like a party outside.
Oh.
This is just a little peek inside to the PNW right now. We're in the midst of a heat wave where it's going to be like 85 for the next 3 days.
Yeah, I saw your boyfriend tweeting from the Seattle like weather watch or whatever.
Yeah,
today.
so this is thanks to our friends of the pod, Chris and Rachel. From Coffee with Rachel. What the fuck? I almost messed up. I was like, Coffee with Rachel.
Wow, a fake fan. If I ever heard one.
I'm so used to just like fucking
Rachel,
up their
Chris.
name on person.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
But so because of them, we got hooked onto this Twitter called Seattle Weather Blog, which like the most fucked up thing. Anyways, they actually tweet like really good shit, and we were hooked on them because of the snow. But I still like follow them because they're helpful in telling me about like allergy stuff or whatever.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But my Chris was like, oh yeah, I stopped following them a long time ago, and I was like, fake fan. But now because of this heat wave, he was like, oh yeah, I guess I gotta start following them again, which I guess apparently he needed to tell the whole world.
Right, I'm glad he did.
Which is what Twitter is for, basically.
Yes.
But since our apartments are poorly ventilated, as are most apartments, to be fair, apparently they think that 7:30 is an appropriate time to just scream outside.
Sure. Like hooligans.
Yes. Like 7:30 isn't the appropriate bedtime to go sleep. Disgusting.
I can't believe you're partying at this hour. 7:30. It is bedtime.
So disrespectful.
God, don't you know that an old woman lives next door?
Honestly. I'm
The
a
nerve.
witch. Get out of here.
I'm gonna make that my fucking text tone. I'm a witch.
As I say in a vaguely, like, southern accent.
There's some accent on it. Get the accent YouTube guy on it, because I can't really discern what it is, but it is good.
It's something.
It's good.
It's just an accent from living on this earth too long.
Anyway, Robert destroyed sexism, so that's all you need to know.
Yeah, R.I.P. sexism.
Yeah.
200,000 BCE to now.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a social teacher. Shut up. Okay, last thing. And I'm sorry about this, but we have to talk about E.L. James.
Oh, Allie.
I'm sorry.
I don't want
It's our job.
Oh.
Listen,
She's at it again.
Mayday
This
Cat.
Mother's Day.
Oh my god! Stop! Stop! Listen, I have ad blocker on. I don't even know what that was.
Oh my god.
It's those witches outside. Wait, I thought I was the witch. Hold on. I got my narrative confused.
It's fine.
Okay.
We're back.
Okay, so this is a piece from Cinema Blend. It is. E.L. James admits people are already circling 50 Shades authors. What? Oh, authors the Mister for movie rights. That's basically it, folks.
Yeah.
E.L. James came out with her new book, The Mister.
Like 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, which we talked about briefly, is about Meghan Markle, ? Which, congrats, Meghan, on having your baby. You're doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
I think I saw your baby's name was...
Here we go. Hit him.
Was... Fuck.
Mm.
I saw it. Hold on. Everyone shut up. Why is Twitter telling me her new baby's name is Yes Girl? Archie. Thank you. Congrats on your new baby's name, Archie. And now E.L. James is getting apparently offers to make this into a movie because everyone wants that to happen.
Yeah. Especially us.
Oh, so much us. You know that.
Man, I am looking forward to that.
Yep. I'm just gonna quickly send you a photo.
Oh no.
So excuse the little swoop.
I could just turn your sound off.
No, you turn your sound off.
It is off. It's always off.
I
care about our podcast.
Well, sometimes I just want our audience to think that they have paparazzi.
Fair enough.
So if I'm not mistaken, I think that is all the news that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Whoop. Just listen.
Oh boy, I do hate that image.
It's just a little ad on this. Oh my god, I'm losing all my words. Article that says we now know what really happened to Dennis Franz, and it's the scariest photo I've ever seen in my whole life.
It's pretty horrifying. I'll put it on the Twitter, but
Okay.
It is cursed, so be warned.
That when you see this, you will die in 7 days.
Yeah.
We have a listener question from our patron. Would you like to read it, please?
Boy, would I.
Thank you.
This is from Taylor Brown Town Lautner.
Stronger than the Marines.
Braver and stronger. Could
Bullshit.
fight all of them easily.
Yes.
With her heart and her body. And her guns. Anyway. Taylor says, so I learned recently that Santino Fontana does the voiceover for the audiobook. Santino Fontana, a.k.a. Greg from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, a.k.a. Prince Hans in Frozen.
Fuck.
Friends, I've listened to a sample and it's horrifying. It's very cursed.
Oh my god. Fuck.
I hate
Everything.
it. I hate it.
Taylor.
You can't just curse our inbox, Taylor.
Listen.
This is a blessed space.
Yeah. What? Hey.
Hey, listen. Real quick.
Fuck you.
Oh, whoa.
Listen, I thought...
You don't
Hey.
speak to Taylor Brown Lautner
You
like
can't.
that. No!
Don't.
She is braver than the Marines.
Okay.
She knows where you live and she will come and fight you.
Is she gonna tell me that I'm not flexible? That I can't actually tie my shoes?
Yeah, maybe. She's so strong and you're not ready for it.
I believe that.
Anyway, this sample is cursed, and I don't want to listen to it. But I will say that if anyone from the Crazy Ex-Girlfriend cast were to narrate this audiobook, it would be Greg. So
I believe that.
he's got some Joe energy, you know? Some dormant Joe energy, but still there.
I don't like that this link says you boom nod in it. That stresses me out.
Okay, great.
What does it mean? Cody, what does it mean?
It's an auto-generated link, Allie.
It
I think
means
it's probably
something. Cody, it means something.
fine. They're out there.
I have red string in my hand, Cody.
She's just throwing it around her room.
Yeah.
It means something. There's a connection.
It all is connected. Okay.
Good lord.
And with that yawn break, we're going to go to this email. All right. Buckle up, fuckers.
Strap in.
Strap in for this very important email. All right. It's from someone who I will not name. This email, for context, I don't know what time zone they're in, but it was sent to us at 4:45 a.m. All right. So I guess this is my experience with the Twilight Saga from forever ago. I love that. Just like get into the show.
Yeah, just fucking introduction. Fuck a hello. Let's get into it.
I want to start by saying I found your podcast a month ago when the Valley folks shouted it out. That was
Yeah.
And I've been binging it at work. I'm on episode 101, so I think I can safely say I enjoy it.
God,
That's-
are your ears okay?
Yeah, that's 100 episodes in a month, so
Jesus.
what the fuck?
Jesus.
Anyways, I initially thought the concept of Twilight was interesting when I heard about it in book orders in middle school, but lost interest when I found out it was set in the modern day. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I tried to read New Moon first, but got incredibly bored around the part where Bella and Jacob go to the movies and never finished it. Yeah, that's fair. Then a few years later, when my parents let us rent a movie, my little brother was supposed to rent Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, but rented Eclipse instead because
Hell
he
yeah.
thought it looked cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I was very upset and then found out Eclipse was a very bad movie. And that's basically it.
Yeah.
Yeah, your brother fucked you over.
Yeah, but you live and you learn, you know.
That's true. Also, I guess it's worth mentioning that I saw the first 50 Shades movie when it first came out and had to watch it in 2 separate sittings because it was painfully bad.
Yeah, fair enough.
And the email ends there. So, I think they fell asleep while emailing us.
Listen, get in, get out.
Yeah, that's true.
I respect it.
I do too. I'm very interested in your little brother's taste. I want to know how young they were and the fact that they wanted to rent Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Because it seems like whichever choice that you had, you were going to get some Anna Kendrick out of it, which is A+ in my book.
Right.
Which I love. I love that a lot.
Yeah.
But honestly, you have quite a journey there, which is very good.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into you?
I guess. I guess we must.
Okay.
It's about time.
Do you remember where we left off?
Yes. Sort of. Basically, we start back up again with Joe talking about Candace.
Yes.
Which is interesting because it's pretty different from how he does it in the show, which is very sporadic and not really linear, and also not really a lot of like talking about it, just like she appears sometimes, or she's like, Candace, you'll learn about her later, and then we never really do.
Right.
In the book, at least, it's like pretty intense. Like, he just says the entire story of like how they met and their relationship and all of this shit, which I think was pretty interesting in comparison.
Yes. Yeah, so when we left off last time, Joe had yeeted himself out the window.
Yeah.
Because Beck had come back from somewhere.
Yeah. Whatever. Living her life.
Yes, exactly. We find out a little bit more about Beck in that she's writing, but she has the audacity to not write about Joe.
God, what a fucking bitch, am I right?
Yeah, she's not writing about this person that she met once, which is
and
just
spoke to for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And Joe's like, hold on, you're not overly consumed with the idea of me because I'm perfect for you, and you're not using that and channeling that energy into all of your creative writing? It's a little weird, huh?
Yep.
It's a little weird that you wouldn't do that,
Yeah, I'm trying to find an equivalent of this in my life, and so the idea that, and this isn't, like, the idea that there's a grocery store clerk that would be consumed with me not tweeting about them endlessly. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Jesus.
Why would anyone ever care that much?
No. How about you get over yourself, huh?
Right.
Would recommend it.
Why are you not concerned with how to pay rent?
Never a goddamn work anymore, Joe.
Right.
How are you gonna pay those bills?
Yes. Beck also pays attention / uses, just pays attention to the casual encounter section of Craigslist.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Pour one out.
Yep. Which is, I don't know, I do find it ironic that Joe pays attention to that at all when I think it's very obvious that he would not have cared about Fosta Sesta.
Right, no. Jesus.
So, shut up, Joe.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, Joe. And he's, the way that he talks about any woman's desires in any of this is garbage. Because it's coming from a place of, like, control. And so he's like, in the scenario with Beck when she was, like, having sex and masturbating or whatever, he was like, oh, I can't believe you're choosing to do this because this is gross and and you're better than this. And
Ugh.
like with Casual Encounters, he's like, oh my god, why are you even like doing this? But at least you have standards because you're not just going for anyone. You have some boundaries. You're setting up you're just like getting whatever you need. And it's like, fuck you.
Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you, Joe.
Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you, Joe.
Yes,
Fuck
exactly.
you, Joe. Fuck you, Joe.
He does go into a little bit more of the backstory with Candace. Do you want to share that with the
Sure.
class?
Yeah. Everyone sit down. I have something to say.
Snack and story time.
Yeah. So basically he goes through this whole story of how he met Candace. She was a flute player in a band with her siblings, which, like, super hot. I'm into it.
Love it.
They were called Martyr. And so he was like, you know how I get this girl is I go to her concert, and then afterwards I tell her that I'm, like, an agent. Like, I have like, a record company, and I can hook them up, and then trick her, and then we'll fall in love, and then I'll never help her because I can't, because I don't have a record company, a record label. But it's cool, because, like, you know, in rom-coms, everyone just lies, and that's how love happens.
Yep.
What?
That's how it be.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Joe.
Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you, Joe. It's
Everybody
such a
this
baseless
time.
defense, too. He's like, oh, well, you know, like Katherine Heigl and, like, all these rom-com greats, like, had to, you know, be tricked a little bit to find out who was really right for them. And it's like, no. Fuck you. Those are not morals to ascribe yourself to. Joe.
I hate it.
Jesus.
Everything about him is a red flag.
Yeah. He's a human red flag.
And what I hate about it is at this point, there isn't any way to warn Beck because she doesn't know.
No.
Because there's nothing for her. There's no way to warn her because she isn't aware of him.
Right. Yeah, and also, she's not thinking about him.
No!
Like, she does not care about this man. She met him at a bookstore because he was working at the bookstore and she wanted to buy books.
Yeah, she was using him for a service.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Jesus.
So, he does what I think I don't know if it's so far the creepiest thing, but
It's up there, though.
it's
pretty
definitely
bad.
up there. Which is using the law to its weak point. Which is that if you call a gas company and report a leak, they have to check it out.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad is a thing.
Sure. Seems
But
pretty good. Policy.
Yes, but it's not his place. He does
No.
it at Beck's place. So when he gets there, he takes her computer, looks through it, smells her green masturbation pillow, drinks out of her special brown mug.
Yep.
All of this is the grossest things.
Yep. And he's so judgy the whole time, too. He's like, oh my god, I'm drinking out of your mug and I still taste like shit from earlier. You don't know how to wash a mug. It's like, fuck you, Joe.
Yeah, and like, why are you shitting in mugs, Beck? Is your toilet not working? Do you not know how to use a toilet, Beck?
Okay, if it was actual shit, then sure, Joe should be concerned and maybe just wash it instead of drinking out of it.
Right.
But like, what was it? Ashes or coffee or something?
It was ashes because Benji was using it as an ashtray. Which, like, gross, Benji.
Yeah,
but
the mug is not the tool to do that with.
No, it's not.
That is the lowest on the list of ashtrays. Things that could be used as ashtrays.
Yeah, but again, Joe is judging Beck for something that a man has done.
Yes.
Surprise.
Wow.
Surprise. Yeah.
So naturally he watches Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
To ease
As
the
he's
pain,
ought
you
to
know?
do. Yeah. He's also going through her writing, because that's not private
Nope.
at all. And it's all gross.
Yes.
Maybe, was it at the end of this one that he jumps out the window? Was I getting it wrong?
Yeah, it was out of this one. Because
Gotcha.
he's there, and I think this is the first time. Actually, it might not have been. Whatever. But, like, he's inside, and Pitch Perfect is over, and then he hears her, like, rustling the keys, and he's like, Yurts! Gotta get out of here.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. So the end of this chapter,
Yeah.
she comes in. That's right. And he yeets himself out the window. Okay.
Yeet.
Okay. Yeah, because he starts chapter 4 being like, oh, my back hurts. It's all your fault.
My bones are breaking.
It's all because I never stretched in high school.
I forgot you lived in a 4-story walk-up. And my back is split in half.
Yep. God damn it. And he's all like lamenting about how he didn't go to college and he didn't waste his adulthood. And it's just like, what the fuck? I don't understand. He also says the weirdest line, because he mentioned Charlotte's Web earlier on in this book, which I didn't get then.
No.
And he says it again here of like, you left Charlotte's Web, but I don't look so hot either. And it's like, what does this mean?
I really don't understand this metaphor.
Me either. I don't get what this author is trying to say.
No.
God.
And so he's at Greenpoint, which is the
Yes.
little bar that Beck and her friends go to drink pickle juice or whatever.
Whiskey.
And
For
Joe's
sure.
pissed off at everything around him.
Yes. Because Beck is using this as a good time to do a open mic, if I'm not mistaken. Because she also invited Benji to listen to this, right?
Yeah, I think so, yes.
Okay. So, and I remember we talked about this last time, and I still don't remember. They changed the name of one of these characters.
Yes.
So
Is
it's
it
supposed to be...
Chana?
Yes. Do you remember the name that we remembered that it was?
Well,
It's Annika.
Annika.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah, so in the book, her name is Chana, but for some reason they thought Annika would be easier to remember.
Both
Yeah.
pretty silly names, I'll say it.
Yeah, and neither are the actual actress's name, so I have no idea why they changed it.
Do you think it would make more sense if they just renamed the character after the actress who played her?
I don't know, but I just felt like it was odd to change the book name to a completely different name.
Sure.
So they've got, I'm just gonna call her Annika.
Yeah.
Annika and Lynn are at the table when
Dragging the shit out of Beck.
and Peach.
And Peach, yeah.
When Beck is reading, and then we've got Joe listening in.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're just talking shit about everybody, which is a mood, I guess.
Sure. Fair enough.
Oh, and they're also like talking shit about Benji too, because he's supposed to be there, but he's not.
Because he's the worst.
Yes.
And then Joe goes into a spiral because they're like, well, I mean, you fell for a sociopathic party boy. And he's like, did you say fall for? Beck, are you in love with Benji? Beck, you have to tell me.
He put his ashes in your mug, and you didn't even really like having sex with him. I don't understand.
Beck, he sells fancy soda. You can't be in love with him.
I have so many questions. Yeah, Joe is freaking out. and the girls are seemingly having a good time, even though Beck doesn't really know what's going on.
Right. This whole time, Beck is being vulnerable and reading about cowboys and just really honing in on her shit. And her friends, who are there to support her, are just shitting on her and her choices.
Yeah. And Peach is not there, which is really a bummer.
Yeah. Did we get into the, how Joe loves that, Beck is a quote-unquote old soul?
No, we didn't. We also didn't get into the story that Beck is reading.
Right, okay, so let's do that.
Okay.
Because Joe is the kind of guy that, loves just having old sensibilities, right? Because he's off the grid, he hates social media, he thinks, new technology is poison or whatever the fuck. And so when he sees, the stuff that Beck writes, which is a lot of, stuff about cowboys in the Old West and back in the day, back in the good old days, he's like, I fucks with that.
Yes.
I get it. You're not like other girls, Beck. You get it, what it's like to be a cowboy.
You want to live in a house with no electricity.
Just like me.
Ugh. Yes. And it just seems so out of character for her to be writing this cowboy story.
Right.
Based on the kind of stuff that we see her write in the TV show.
Right.
It's so wild.
Yeah. And she's also I don't know, she's a city girl now, at least.
Yeah. It's very out of character.
She's not really a recluse. She's just kind of getting her MFA in New York City.
It made it seem like she was watching Westworld or something and was
We know they always schedule Westworld after Pitch Perfect, so I think it just seeped in a little bit.
That's true.
And she's like, alright, this is something there's a story in here.
Yeah.
There's something to this.
Yeah, that honestly tracks with what I know. Oh my god. This whole situation was weird. Because don't get me wrong, I think in the TV show Lynn and Annika are fine.
Sure.
But let's be honest, we're really there for Peach. And we've gone 4 chapters and she's not here yet.
It's upsetting.
We've gotten so much Joe.
And no really, Peach, no Blythe, and no Ethan.
And really no not Paco. That much, no Paco, and not a lot of Beck.
No,
either.
Definitely not. There's too much Joe in these pages.
Yeah, I agree. That's not okay. That's not cool with me. No. But next time, we've got chapters 5 and chapter 6.
Yeah.
So that's something.
We'll keep reading, so.
Yeah. Now, I don't know what happened in our last episode. But for some reason, we apparently talked a lot about Beanie Babies.
Listen, it happens. Sometimes.
I don't know why.
No.
But we did. I don't know. Do you want to lean into the bit?
We could if you want.
Okay. I mean, let's do it, I guess.
Sure.
I still don't know why, but I guess for our patrons, we're gonna do Beanie Babies this time.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
And these are very expensive Beanie Babies, apparently. Yeah. As according to eBay.com.
Yeah. Arguably some of the most.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to start?
Sure. Shout out to Sophia Salinger.
Pew, 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 pew.
Who's gonna be Hippity.
Oh.
It's a little bunny dude. A little blue bunny dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Erin Salinger.
Ow. Yes.
Who is going to be number 4. Ringo and Bones.
Oh, God. What a horrible combination of names.
These psychedelic peace bears. Ringo and Bones.
Bones. Shout out to Alex Blythe.
Pew, pew, pew.
Who's gonna be Bubbles.
Aww, Bubbles.
Little fish.
A little bumblebee fish.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Marie Mooney.
Ow!
Marie, it feels like it's obvious, but I'm going to give it to you anyways. You're going to be Hope, number 13.
Aw.
The most softest bear.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Taylor, Brown, Town, Lautner.
Pew, pew, pew.
Will fight every Marine on site.
Holy shit.
And it's gonna be Patty the Platypus.
Aww.
Yeah.
Alright, Katie Weber, you are up next.
Yeah.
There's something about this one that just really gets me going. You're going to be number 18, Snort.
Snort.
Snort,
Snort's
the little
really
Red
good.
Bull.
It's a good... Oh, just the way it lays down.
I know.
Too.
It just likes to lay down. I love that.
Yeah. Shout out to Simon Steele.
Motherfucking yoked to the max.
Which is the metal that is inside of his guns, because they're so strong and so
Holy
large.
shit.
And he's gonna be a simple but a mighty one. Jake. Who's the little duck?
I love Jake the Duck.
Yeah, Jake's good.
I love the caption for this one.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have met a potentially more valuable Jake.
No, I've never met a Jake that's worth $16,000.
I agree. Oh my god. Has your opinion on which Beanie Baby you are changed?
No, of course not.
Okay.
I am Claude the Crab.
Yeah.
Has your taste changed? Are you still a Gobbles?
I mean, so originally I was number 19, Gobbles. I do really resonate with the one that you decided for me of the seaweed.
Yeah.
After I went to the zoo this weekend and I saw the penguins and the otters, and I do really like the seaweed one.
Yeah.
I do like it.
Yeah.
So I think I might be the seaweed one. Also,
Hell
I do
yeah.
use a lot of seaweed in my skincare, so
Yeah, sure.
All right.
An interesting McConaughey accent.
Okay. I'm going to be reading from a fanfiction.
Wow.
Called thank you.
Of course.
Called Unfaithful. Presented by Disney Princess, 1986. Published on November 5th, 2009. Summary is, you can't help who you love. It says that some of the tags are Bella Jasper, Alice Edward. So the whole fucking gang's here.
Everyone's here.
Everyone is here.
All your friends are here.
Yes. Looks like English was not this first person or this person's first language. So we're gonna be nice, people. We're gonna be nice. Doesn't mean we still can't drag them, but we're gonna be nice about doing it.
Yeah, be a nice drag.
Okay. Wait, don't we deserve an explanation? Rosalie asked. I turned to her. All you need to know is that we are in love with each other, and that we are sorry for all the pain we caused. And when you can forgive us, we will be back, but never forget how much we all love of you. We walked out the door and jumped on the back of Jasper's Bugatti and drove to the edge of the town where we could still hear Edward's screams. Damn. I knew what we would do now back at the Volturi, but that was the last time I would ever feel guilty for what we did. Jasper and I are happy, traveling the world, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be the reason why. And every time I walk out the door, I see him die a little more inside. End scene.
Hey.
Not
bad.
Not the worst.
We've read some far filthier and disgusting things.
I agree.
So, just alright.
Alright.
God.
Alright.
Are you quite finished?
That was in the key of I Smell Like Beef. I smell like beef.
You should know that I don't like you. Or our friendship.
I smell like beef.
Please end the show.
Okay. Alright, as we say in Seattle.
Get bit.
Get wet.
This is an Earbud Media production. You can find us on Twitter at Earbud Media and listen to the rest of our shows. You can find this show on Twitter at Into the Twilight, as well as intothetwilight.show. You can send us an email at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. You can also become a sponsor of the show or buy some merch at intothetwilight.bigcartel.com. Our art is done by Maddie Padilla, who you can find at YourGhostHost44 on Instagram, and our music is done by Eli Krause, you can find at Eli Sauerkraus and KrausFilms.com. The intro and outro is by KB Smith, who you can find at KB__Smith on Twitter. You can find Allie on Twitter at Into Wild Places, and you can find me at Dyke Discourse.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.